Hello Team Kenya. So kwa hii episode, we're going to dive deep into still industrial revolution in Kenya, but this time tunaenda ku focus on one specific character whose name is not being mentioned much in history, with the books of history, but in mtu mwenye ali bring impact and he did something that up to date no other person and no other engineers done it as he did it. So I'm going to talk about a character or a person by the name Maurice Tito Gashamba. Maurice Tito Gashamba, as well known to the few, is the first Kenyan to build and fly an aeroplane. So I'm going to take you through his background. Gashamba was a Nyeri-born Kenyan, born in Nyeri, and he used to fix, before his invention, his daily routine or daily economic activity was to repair bicycles. Now ukikumbuka, it's very funny in that also the Wright brothers wenye wali build, now the ones that innovated the first aircraft here were bicycle repairs and sellers. So there's something unique about bicycle repairs. But anyway, so his career was alikuwa anafanya bicycle repairs. Then he had this burning dream in him that he wanted to build an aeroplane here in Kenya. I think inspired by the fact that alikuwa anaona colonial masters wakikuja na ndege huku, something of the sort. So he kickstarted the work, I think funding it with his small money bicycle repairs. Then as documented, as Ali gathered scrap materials, and he was able to get his hands on a scooter diesel engine, and he kickstarted the work. So by the late 1960s, to be specific 1969, he completed the prototype and he flew it. So as documented, the flight was successful. Ali fly for watu wanasema roughly 15 kilometers. That's a lot. Unajua kutembea 15 kilometers man. So he managed to fly it 15 kilometers, and so upon landing, I think his landing gear mechanism doesn't go okay. So he crashed on trees, and now this is a turning point. So by then, Charles Njonjo was the Attorney General in that regime, that government. I think it was the Kenyatta government. And Charles Njonjo, after Ali ski about the flight and all that stuff, Ali banned Gashamba from flying an unlicensed aeroplane again. The funny thing is that when you look at these two people, and also this is just a review of already what Ngugi wa Thiong'o said. We have one person who is Njonjo, Charles Njonjo, that went to these schools. In fact, those times, Charles Njonjo was one of the few learned fellows that we had. You think of the topmost people learned in the country, while he was one of them among akina Tom Mboya. So umse alikuwa ameenda kusoma majuu. In fact, alisomea some school called Lincoln Lynn huko London, and also alisomea another degree South Africa. Then he was like, in fact, his English was fluent if English was the criteria to kuangalia msemo ya mechop. But tukiangalia Gishamba was someone from Nyeri. Possibly alikuwa anajua tu, he was just fluent in Kikuyu. But one thing in nice na yeye, he had the principles in mind, the aeronautical principles in mind, and he placed them into work. So Joshua anamwambia about license, or which license near colonial masters you get. the European license and all whatsoever. So hiyo kitu ilifanya Kenyan made aircraft dream ika crash, and I believe msange ange go through today tungekuwa na like our own Boeing aircraft manufacturing country company hapa Kenya, and now aeronautical engineers tuna produce wangekuwa with somewhere to look up to, somewhere to go for employment, not only for maintenance but for continuous innovation. You get, na maybe hata tungekuwa share a space. So the conclusion of the matter is because I believe that the government ingetaka in-game support, because that was just the first test, and ilifly inamaanisha tungefanya recurrent experiments. Sasa tungekonga like tungekuwa tume improve a lot. So the moral of this story is, up to date tuko na two types of people. If we have the two contrasting characters in tumeongelea today, we have the njonjos in the society who believe that, like, ameamini if it's something imported, kani kitu imetoka nje, like is hiyo kitu legit, lakini kani kitu a brother may make, then you question, okay, sasa jumtana kwambia it is made in Kajiado, you know. Okay. Okay. So there's some those types of people who, to me honestly, it is backward, tunarudishana nyuma. Then we have the Gashambas, the people who are dreamers, you get, who have the quote of we can do it Kenya. Yeah, so the question is just, who are you in those two criteria? And I believe that okay, overcome the envy and the jealousy with love, and you just see that whatever this person is doing is the better for the betterment of the country, then we'll be far much ahead kama Kenya, you get. And I think that's what makes even US to be different, because US come to moja miunda up, then utapata watu wana support that person, na investors wanna invest on that person because they wanaimwangalia kama one of their own, and like he's their property, you get. But sisi tunaangalia and say like, okay, wanataka kumini umetengeneza kitu. So today hiyo ndiko tu story about this interesting guy, and hope you learn something, sindio? See you in the next episode of Made in Kenya.